So I guess we're going to just start recording here. Let's minimize this. So this is just a workover of what I look for, um, how everything goes. So just for context, I do use the TDU footprint indicator. That's for order flow. Doesn't really matter for now, but what I'm looking for is a rejection of the high or low of pre-market. So I have the pre-market indicated here, and like I said, we'll just mark up the highs point. So right here, within this blue area, this was the highest point, and within this area, this is our lowest point. Got a pretty huge range here. Um, yeah, so what we're looking for is rejection off this area, either here or here. We kind of just floated around the top and then broke out of it. So this day, which was 23rd, no trades. No trades taken at all. All right, so we're going to go for the same thing here. Mark our highest point of the pre-market and mark our lowest point of the pre-market. And we are looking for rejections. So you see we have multiple bounces here. Value will be another factor into this, but generally we're just looking for clear rejections with power movement. And yeah, so like this will be clear ones. I'm pretty sure on the 3 minute we'll have a clear candlestick of a downside there, but for the 2, see we have one like clearly here going all the way back down to the bottom. Yeah, that's good. Let's use a ruler. Say we're going 1-to-1. We're looking at 85. Let's go currency just for the sake of like looking. It's based on one contract, so just going 1-to-1 here. Let's say 860. There would be another trade here. Let's actually go to the 3 minute and see what the rejection looks like based on that time frame. Where are we at? Right here. No, previous day. There we go. Yeah, let's see what she's looking like here. So yeah, still pretty big clear rejection here. Even if you're trading 3 minute, you have a bigger range to kind of take profit from, kind of extending that there. So both are viable. Both are definitely viable. So this is your big bar trying to push out, and we're looking for the power to move through that. We can kind of just do like a ray. Yeah. So right here, this is the one that broke this initial buy right here. So that's what we'd be entering off of. And risk to reward is kind of whatever here because it just would have taken it out in probably a minute, seconds, who knows. But yeah. Or you could trade back into the center line of the VWAP here. Let's go ahead and remove these. So that's 2 different trades, and this is the rejection of the high of the pre-market. You can see we get low here, but since we're already taking trades based off that, I wouldn't overtrade. Like, if you were to catch these 2 moves, that's golden, you know. Taking these highs and just trading back into lower VWAP band. In this case, I'm pretty sure this candle would have got you out here if you were trying to take it all the way to the bottom. But yeah. So let's go into the next day. Next day is pretty interesting because as we marked up the high of our pre-market before, it's the same high. It respected it the next day. The only thing is the low kind of just went a little bit lower, but doesn't really matter because it's kind of just wicking out here at the bottom. And then we can also see that clear indication of buyer aggression rejecting this low of the pre-market here. So we got a very obvious entry. Going there, stop loss right below there, and we're taking that 1-to-1 all day. I usually do 2-to-1, but for examples, I'm just using a 1-to-1. So just as much as I'm risking, it's just as much as I'm making. With higher probability setups, it's something you shouldn't worry about, especially if you're just trying to say fuck the risk to reward ratio and just go straight for, hey, I'm entering on this rejection and I want to take it all the way to the top here. Can't even edit that. Hold on. Like you're just going from high to low, low to high. You got your, what are we looking at for this one? 3.7K. If you were to just take this buy and ride it all the way to the high of the pre-market, you're looking at 3.7K. It's pretty interesting. Then we can move on to the next day here. And our pre-market's forming up. So I do got volume right here. With our point of control and our volume area high and low. Those are things that I definitely take into consideration as well. But that's just the premise of the strategy. Marking the pre-market highs and lows, and we're looking for rejections off of that. The rejections will also factor in volume or delta or both if the confluence kind of gets there. But if you're just trading raw price action, like just off price action, perfect goes. Perfect goes. Like you can be profitable trading raw price action, just bounces off the highs and lows of pre-market, and taking VWAP into consideration when looking for take profit points if it's pretty far. In this case, it's close to there, so I would just look to shoot to the next. Yeah, that's my little spiel. Hope it makes sense. Uh, Applying delta is a whole different thing. Looking for imbalances and delta reversals, things of that sorts. It's a whole different what's the word? It's just more added on to it. Again, confluence is everything. And yeah, thanks for watching.